All right, here we go. I got here right on time. What about you? Hi, I'm your host, Jay, and you're on Let's Talk About It. Now, today we have an awesome subject to talk about, which is offline marketing. Ooh, I know this sounds like real old school, right? You know what? Do me a favor and take a minute and just click somebody, invite somebody before I really get started into it. You know, um, let me go here because I believe every day should start off with an a what we call an affirmation or a statement of thanks and gratitude. Because, as an example, one, I am so happy and grateful just to be alive, to have another opportunity to come before you with this information. I'm so happy and grateful that my family, everybody is healthy. They all have a roof over their head and they have a job. That is a blessing. Trust me. Okay. So I just shared a couple of things I'm happy and grateful for. I hope every morning when you wake up that you do the same thing, right? Just give thanks and actually start your day with an awesome affirmation. Right. So let's get into the conversation for the day. And it's offline marketing. And why did I choose offline marketing? Because for some crazy reason, everyone thinks that online is it. That's the way. Now, I will agree with you on this one. Offline marketing, there is a way for you to get to and reach out to a lot of people if you're willing to do the work. Okay. Now, I just listed, and I probably left out something, right? I just went down the list there because I want you to see actually what it really takes when you're talking about marketing online. Everything from your Facebook story to your Facebook Reels, Facebook news feed, your Facebook groups, Instagram story, Instagram Reels, Instagram news feed, LinkedIn news feed. They used to have like a Instagram story. For some reason, they took it away, which I'll never understand. I enjoyed it. Then, of course, you have Twitter. You have YouTube videos. Now you have YouTube Shorts, which are actually Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels. They're all the same thing. And then, of course, you have email marketing and you have solos ads. Now, all of those work, but guess what? Especially if you're brand new to internet marketing, you can't do all those at one time. It's impossible. Okay. Some of those you'll be great at, and some of those you will not be. And this is a statement I always tell my team that number one, marketing is a lot about testing. Okay, you've got to test what works for you. Now, one day you'll possibly be doing all those because guess what? When you start a business online, you're doing what? You are building a business, right? And you want to become the best at what you're doing. And to become the best at what you're doing, you need to actually be doing everything that's on that list right there. Okay? I'm just being real. But you can't do it in 30, 60, 90 days. That you're just fooling yourself. Your expectations of network marketing is totally wrong. Okay? So now let's get into offline marketing. That's what I wanted to go over a couple of things for you on your offline marketing side of the house because a lot of people for some reason they think that it's dead, and trust me, it's not. Okay, most people I know that build successful businesses, they don't build them online, they build them offline. Your advantages of building a business offline: one, you normally start out building in the town that you're or city that you're in, which means that you can network a lot closer. I'll give you an example. 2007, 2008, I was in Killeen, Texas, and I was with a company called Prepaid Legal. Now, I know every Tuesday night we have what was called um, a hotel meeting where you could invite a guest to, or a couple of guests to come out and listen to someone do a business overview about prepaid legal. Okay. On Thursday night was like team night. We would get together and we would do actually studies. Some people learn better when they're in a group setting, and they learn to study that way. But now we did a lot of other things. Example, we got together for bowling. We went out to meals together. I mean, you really built a nice knit little family. That's very hard to do online. You can't duplicate that. And some of those people I'm still friends with today. And a couple of them are in the company I'm in right now, way back from 2007, and we're in 2022. So, offline marketing, do I believe in it? Yes, it's great. You just like in anything else, you got to do it. All right, let's go over a couple of them. Now, this is, I just mentioned it, so I'll go ahead and this is how many people, well, yeah, I always put this out. How many people did you expose to your business today? Right, you're going to see that on several pages because it's all about exposure. If you're not exposing your business, you're not in business. Think about this: Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes. What do they do every day? They advertise. They're in front of their public. And you should be the same way. If you're in business, you should be in front of your public also. Okay, so here we go. Private business reception, known as PBR, can be in a home or a hotel setting. Doesn't make a difference. Now, a home is kind of close knit, and of course, you're going to be inviting people that you know or people that they know. In most cases, you will be not inviting a stranger. Now, that's more likely in a hotel setting, right? The difference in the two, of course, you're going to have more people in the hotel setting, and you will have more people from your company there, which means that you're going to have more knowledge there. Now, nowadays, with the internet, you can actually combine a home-based meeting with something like Zoom, and therefore you can do your presentation and you can connect with different people in your organization that might know more than what you know, okay? And you can actually have a lovely affair right there in the comfort of your own home. Now, I can tell you in 2005, and I was doing prepaid legal right here in where I'm at now in Germany, and I was working with Americans, the military, and we got to a point where we had at least I'll say probably 5, if not 6 nights a week, we had a PBR in someone else's home. So we would move, it was like we were moving our meeting from one home to another. And because we were team members, we would bring a guest with us to, example, Jones's home, right? Or to the Smith's home, right? Okay. So therefore, you built a bigger community and a bigger network. Trust me, uh, doing PPRs in your home, they do work now with COVID lifting. I know they'll be getting back to that, just like you have more companies that will be doing your hotel meetings also. Now let's move to some other ways of exposing your business on a daily basis. One is distributing flyers. I can think of a young man, and I'm going to invite him on my show and let him tell you in person. I always talk about him. He now has an office in downtown Dallas, and he's very big in teaching people how to how to trade in forex. Okay, but when I remember him, we were in a company way back in 2015, and he would go to work because he would share his story with us, and after he got off from work every morning because he had a night shift, before he went home and he could finish his work day, he put out 200 flyers. He did it in housing areas. I remember him talking about mostly in housing areas, if I remember correctly, that he did them in. But just a lot of places you can do them. I remember putting flyers in, example, where I used to train, right, in gyms. I would put them at car washes. You can put them in beauty salons, barbershops. There's a lot of different places, and it's very quickly to get out 200 a day. Now, let me give you a little secret here, because I used to do this, right? I would take a stack of, let's say, maybe 20 for the week. 20, well, yeah, 20 flyers, 20 flyers in a stack, right? 25 flyers in a stack. And I would take them to a beauty parlor or to a barbershop or to a car wash. And I would make a trip back there once a week, take the ones that were there and put out another fresh batch. Because a lot of times you find out that those that were there they would get beat up and whatnot. But now at the same time, what would happen? People got used to seeing me come in there. And normally somebody's going to ask you, hey, what are you doing? Or what's this all about? That gives you an opportunity to do number 2, which you see up there, which is give out a business card. Okay. give out a business card that's leading to a capture page or a website that has your information on there. Okay, that's very important, right? You're supposed to turn your telephone off when you get online. That's all right. I'll get back to them. That's no problem. That's a good thing. When your phone's ringing, that means, hey, hey, ching, ching. All right. So if you gave out 10 sizzle cards a day times 30 days, that's 300 people that you're touching with your business. The same with the 200 flyers. Was 200 flyers a day uh, times what? I'm sorry, 7 days. Well, let's say you just work 6 days. That's 1,200. That's 4,800 flyers in a month. And believe it or not, the Direct Marketing Association said flyers are still the best way of getting the word out. A flyer will be kept in a home longer than any other type of advertisement, right? Think about that. All right, what else we have here? Of course, we're talking about, okay, I'm talking, that's online. You're posting to 30 groups a day. I don't know how I got that up there. I didn't take that off. Then, of course, purchasing traffic to your solo ads. Ooh, I didn't check my notes. I didn't check my notes. Okay, that's not supposed to be in this session, but this one is, and this is one that we just talked about, which is actuality. Here, I'm talking about using what's called a sizzle card and giving out a sizzle card. A sizzle card is nothing but a small advertisement. In fact, what I'm going to do is go one ahead and then I'll come backwards. This is what a sizzle card looks like. Okay, now you can make a more decorative than this. I've seen them on the back of your $100 bills. I believe in just being on something that's bright, has a basic piece of information. Tired of living paycheck to paycheck, earn $2,000, $5,000 a month without leaving your job. To find out how you can put your number there, right? And then of course you could put. By the way, that doesn't work anymore, so don't go there. This is just to show you how, right? The one you see going across the bottom of the screen is the up-to-date one. But you can put something like that. You put your capture page or your company's website tied to a private domain, okay? Because people need something that's simple to go to. That's very simple to go to, all right? So let me go backwards just for a second here. Because these are places that you can actually put these things at. Excuse me, I mentioned this kind of earlier. Everything from a doctor's office, beauty shop, barbershops, restaurants, supermarkets, right? Even supermarkets, gas stations, gyms, fingernail studios, malls, it's supposed to be Walmarts, movie theaters, Starbucks, coffee shop, job fairs. Look what it says about job fairs down there. All right. And job fairs, renting a booth at a job fair. Now, I could do a separate one on that by itself, but I've done this more than once. I've actually done them at carnivals. I would go out and rent a booth. So I guess I should just put renting a booth, right? Because it's a daily thing. Normally, you want to do it with someone else. You don't want to do it by yourself. But if necessary, you can do it by yourself. College campuses, they have different programs there where they allow people to come in from the outside and display their wares, so to speak. And regardless as to what business you're in, you just want to rent a table, have some loose flyers, conversational pieces. Some companies have giveaways, or like I know our companies has T-shirts, baseball caps, and things like that. So there are different things that you can do to be able to have giveaways, raffles. All those things work. I just wanted to name a few just off top of my head, right? And another thing that you can use here, and I did not put it on my list, I just thought about it, and it's called stickies. Yeah, I said it. Let me see if I can go forward or do I need to go backwards here? You can actually take this right here and actually have your stamp made up. Go get you a package of stickies, stamp this on there, and then let me go backwards for a second. And then what you can do, once you have your package of stickies with this on there, stamped onto these stickies, right? What you can do on a regular basis, example, you can go by a gas station and you can stick one to a gas pump near the handle where a person has to see it, or over the credit card slot right there. Right? You can do it on ATM machines. You can go to an ATM machine and put a little sticky on there. Okay. Uh, Easy to do on a little billboard inside where you are at the gym at. There's different places you can put stickies. Now we know stickies aren't going to stay. So what does that do? It gives you a regular ritual to do every week. And I noticed there's something missing here. I'll do it on the next one that I wanted to talk about. My apologies for that. Got one more to go. That's not supposed to be up there. What is that? Okay. Sorry, y'all. There you go. There you want to go. Comments. Okay. Car mats are really cool. Now, along with car mats, and I don't have a picture of, my apology, is also yard signs. I meant to put up one on yard signs. Okay. A yard sign is, you've probably seen them riding around town. Normally, you can buy them, I think, in packs of like 50 to 100. And you put them out and you don't plan on getting them back anymore. Okay, you just put them at spots around town. You can even pick places where you see other yard signs. They work. You just have to have basic information on there and a number, or again, let's go back to that website thing that we just talked about. All right, you can actually end up having your just your website or number for you to call, and a little short message like, tired of living paycheck to paycheck. um, earn the two. You can even lower it down to that. I would put something like, earn 250 to $500 a week, okay, without leaving your job. And then I would put my telephone number, and I put a website. You can put that on a yard sign. Okay. So go back forward again, just so you can see it. And car mats do work. Car mats do work. Now, when you have one made up, of course, you have to think about your car and make sure you coordinate it with your car. Some people, you've probably seen it, will put it get window um, like tape and put it on the back of their window. I prefer the mat because, like, if you are going somewhere, fair, whatever, you can take them off and you can put them back on. They're not really stuck on there all the time. All right. Now, look, I hope some of this has been helpful to somebody and you got something value out of this. And if you did, please, leave me a like, comment, share it with somebody else, because I know it works because people are doing it every day. Now, remember this about network marketing. Anything that you do in network marketing will work if you work. If you don't work, it's not going to work. It's just a waste of time. All right. So again, I pray that you got something out of this. And I also play. Okay. I got that. In fact, I tell you what, I'm gonna take and show what you just put up there. All right. Papa J Johnson says, don't forget direct mail. Yes, that works also. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you very much for your input. So, like I said, I pray that somebody got something out of this. And who knows what I'll be doing tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll be broadcasting something. Just stay tuned. So, God bless. Have an awesome day. And always remember, right? If you do what I suggest, I know I will see you at the top. And for those that don't, of course, we will be waving to you from the top. So you have an awesome day. God bless. Love you. And so does God.